Remember, I showed y'all this, old dirty bastard, and like he died the next day, dropped dead. But what I didn't tell y'all was that he had come out with a name for himself called Big Baby Jesus. He said that he was Jesus. And he died. See, that's how the devil does. See, the devil, and one thing you got to understand, the devil always demands a sacrifice. Just like God says, present your bodies unto him a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is a reasonable service. That's what Jesus did on the cross. He offered himself up one for us all. So now we offer ourselves up to God as a living sacrifice. We live holy and acceptable unto him, which is what reasonable service means, what you're supposed to do anyway. You know, we live right for 3 days. We're like, Lord, I live right for 3 days. You ought to bless me. God's like, you're supposed to do that. But the devil always demands a sacrifice. And if you know anything about the Antichrist and the devil, he always does the opposite of what God does. He's anti. Anti is opposite. Antichrist. Amen? Are y'all with me? So he demands a dead sacrifice. So anytime, if you look at satanic rituals and satanic circles and all these kinds of things, you notice that they always have to offer up a dead sacrifice. A lot of these secret societies and all of these different things, they always have to offer up dead sacrifice because the devil always demands one. So I'm telling you, these folks that do this music, whenever they begin to get glory or begin to be lifted up, they always have to be sacrificed. He always demands a sacrifice. Tupac Shakur, remember, height of his career. Biggie Smalls, who was coming out with a clothing line called 666. Yeah. But he always demands a sacrifice. They always have to be offered up. That's Aaliyah, and she got into some things. Let's talk about this for a minute. See, one thing you got to realize is, whenever you are serving the enemy, whenever you are glorifying the enemy or bringing attention to the enemy, he always demands a sacrifice. Now, we talked about the yada, the tongue, and how you can speak things into existence and prophesy on yourself. Y'all can't read these words, but I'm going to read them to you. Biggie Small, this is a song he put out right before he died. He said, as I grab the Glock, put it to your headpiece, one in the chamber, the safety's off release, straight to your dome homes, I want to see cabbage. Biggie Smalls the savage, doing your brain cells much damage. I'm ready to die, and nobody can save me. Blank the world, blank my moms and my girl. My life is played out like a Jerry curl. I'm ready to die. Tupac, right before he died, came out with this song. I see death around the corner. The pressure's getting to me. I no longer trust my homies. Them phonies tried to do me. Smoking too much weed got me paranoid, stressed. Pack a gat in my vest under my clothes when I dress. Here's hoping I die the way I live, straight thugging. Hugging my trigger for all them niggas that was bugging. And even if I die young, who cares? All I got was mean mugs and cold stares. I can't give up, although I'm hopeless. I think my mind's gone. All I can do is get my grind on. Death is around the corner. See, these brothers, right before they died, that's how serious this thing is. And one thing, I know a lot of, Christians like horror movies, and they like to watch demons and junk on TV and horror movies, but they don't understand there's an element to the horror movies of America that nobody wants to talk about, and that is every time a movie that depicts horror in this nation celebrates it, every time a movie like that is made, somebody directly starring in it or directly related to a star in it has to die. Research it. Every time. But we want to be entertained watching demons and monsters and this kind of stuff, and we don't understand that somebody had to die because the enemy was glorified. There was a sacrificial ceremony involved. This is Aaliyah. Sad situation. Beautiful young girl. But they got her to play this part in this movie called Queen of the Damned. She played Akasha, who was supposed to be the head of all vampires. When she was working on this movie, she began to realize that she was just like Akasha. She says, I play Akasha, who is the queen and the first original vampire. She said, that's me. It's a good part. I've been working with my coach. I work with him all the time. And I've been working extra hard to prepare for this and get comfortable with what she's all about so I can do it the right way. Then she says, I'm a night person. So I guess you could say I kind of have the part in me anyway. I'm a bit of a vampire for real. I like the dark. I like the night. So I really don't have to take it to the extreme of sleeping in coffins. Sad. Sad. And then her plane went down, and they found her in, shrubberies. I think it went down in a swamp. She was covered in brush and snakes and whatever's in a swamp. And she had just shot, prior to that, a video where she was depicting herself in that same situation. But it's just music, it's just music, isn't it? Isn't it just music? Brother Craig, that's what they want to say, isn't it? I mean, isn't it just music? Here are some of the coveted awards that our people want so bad for the music that we do. This is, the American Music Award, which is a pyramid. What is a pyramid? A pyramid is a house.